All right, let's get right into weather now. Let's toss things over to meteorologist Rachael Peart. Rachael, Hurricane Ida isn't the only tropical weather that you've been tracking.
Yeah, not by a long shot. Take a look at this. Of course, we've been tracking Category 4 Hurricane Ida over the past couple of days. Wasn't a Category 4 over the past couple of days, but we also have another named system out there. We have Tropical Storm Julian. We'll also be watching Tropical Depression 10, likely to become Kate. We also have a tropical wave that'll come off of the Western African coastline, probably becoming Larry. And then we also have low pressure just off of our coastline. Now, don't worry about this. I know I said just off our coastline, but you see how this is kind of moving off to the east. It's moving away from us, so we should not be too concerned about it. But they just pegged it because it is an area of low pressure. So now let's talk about Ida. Of course, still a Category 4 hurricane. Winds at 130 miles an hour, gusting to 160. Now, it's not directly overhead of New Orleans. It's about 40 or so miles, 50 miles away from New Orleans, but they're getting those 100+ mile-an-hour wind gusts. They're getting the storm surge. They're getting the heavy rain. There's a tornado watch. And as this storm moves away, take a look at this. Wednesday into Thursday, it's going to move just to our north. So we're not going to get, I think, the heaviest of the rain from this, but we will get some rain. We'll get some gusty winds with it as well. Let's talk about those wind potential. By 7:15, you're seeing New Orleans wind speeds. This is just the sustained winds up to about 100 miles an hour, getting even higher than that through the overnight and into tomorrow. Still very breezy into New Orleans, very windy, I'll say that, but you're seeing 90-mile-an-hour winds in Jackson, Mississippi, heading up into Tennessee, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama. You see those wind speeds upwards of 50 to 60 miles an hour. As we go into the day, Wednesday, take a look at this. We're getting possible wind speeds upwards of 30+ miles an hour here in eastern Virginia and North Carolina. And this storm is no longer going to be tropical. This is just going to be from what's left over of the storm as we get into the middle part of the week. So here's another look at that satellite imagery. As mentioned, tornado watches in place. No, actually a couple of warnings there, but you're seeing that storm continue to move inland, and thankfully it will weaken as it moves inland. Things are quiet here at home, a few clouds overhead, but that's about all we've got to talk about. Possibly, maybe, potentially an isolated shower out there, but that chance is low as we go through the rest of your Sunday and into early on Monday as well. We'll start off the day tomorrow with sunshine, but second half of the day does look like we could have a slightly better chance for a shower or storm. Mainly clear out there on our Hampton camera. You can see the sun setting, shining some of those nice yellow, warm looking colors. And I mean, it is warm outside, but warm looking colors on the buildings. Dew points out there, once again, very humid. I'm sure you're making a sad face when you're stepping out the door. You're pretty sick of it. I know you probably are. Heat indices out there, overall not as bad. It feels like 86 in Norfolk, but it does feel like 101 in Hertford. Out the door for dinner in Virginia Beach feels like 91, feels like 95 in Elizabeth City. Also feels like 95 for our friends right now in Suffolk. Tonight, temps will drop down into the 70s. Warm and humid, partly cloudy, variable winds. I mentioned the chance for a couple of showers and storms. You do see those icons popping up across Southside and even into the peninsulas as well. Temperatures tomorrow right around 90 degrees for many locations. And as far as FUTURECAST goes, starting it off in the middle of the day, you do see heading into that evening rush hour that we do have a couple of storms out there, and even into the evening hours as well. We could be talking about showers and storms into early on Tuesday morning. 7-day forecast always available on 13newsnow.com. You do see rain chances up and wind chances up Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday. Still a little bit of chance for rain.
All right, Rachael, I know I'm the side eye emoji when I walk outside.